We welcome you to America in Black. I'm CBS Mornings co-host Gayle King. If you didn't know, singer-songwriter Victoria Monét, before this year's Grammy ceremony, I'll bet you know her now. The Grammy nominee took home 3 awards, including Best New Artist. That was one of the biggies. But at 34 years old, Victoria is no overnight success. She has written some of the biggest songs of the past decade. We recently sat down with her at the Speakeasy Sound Studios. That's in Burbank, California. And that's where she recorded most of her album, Jaguar 2. She shared the inspiration for that viral hit, On My Mama, I Look Good, you know it. And she reflected on her own musical journey.
And the Grammy goes to...
Even before these life-changing words were read.
Victoria Monét!
When we spoke to Victoria Monét in January, she imagined herself on this stage.
I just want to say to everybody who has a dream, I want you to look at this as an example. Thank you, God.
What does it feel like to be you right now? Take us there.
Ooh, okay. For me, it just feels like I manifested a lot of things. A lot of what I wanted before is now happening.
I put that on my mama, on my hood. I look.
This past year, Monét's anthem On My Mama was at the top of everybody's list. Her video's catchy choreography duplicated over and over and over again.
Now it's beyond my circle of people that can even tag me or send me things. It's in church. Like people are doing sermons on it and singing.
On my mama, on my hood, I look like.
The chorus samples I Look Good by Texas rapper Charlie Boy. The rest inspired by Monét's personal experience with motherhood. Tell us what that song means to you and how it came about for you.
So On My Mama was recorded about 6 or 7 weeks after I had my daughter Hazel. And at the time, I was recording lots of songs that I just didn't feel confident about. My voice had changed. I didn't really know what to write about because there was a pandemic, so I didn't live much life. And I'm here with a new baby, breastfeeding in the studio. I'm like, what do I say?
Did you feel you had postpartum too?
Definitely. I struggled with postpartum really bad. And so I had to step out of myself and say, what would Victoria need to hear from someone else? And now say that to yourself.
Amid her pregnancy, Monét says, she was shown a presentation by her team listing the ways a baby could disrupt her career.
This is how much a nanny costs. This is how much school costs. All of the expenses of a child. If you want to continue your career and be able to simultaneously raise a child, this is what it looks like. So it was eye-opening, but I also was like, it showed me how much I want this because I walked away from that meeting and I was like, bet, let's do this.
Bet.
We're gonna figure it out.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
My name is Victoria Monét, and I'm from the City of Trees, Sacramento, California.
Monét's first big break in music would come after connecting with super producer Rodney Jerkins on MySpace.
Victoria, Siobhan, Latoya.
In 2009, she joined his new R&B girl group named Purple Rain.
It was actually the year he made Telephone. So he sits us down in the studio and he plays Beyonce and Lady Gaga, Telephone, and we're like, you know, insane. And so it just seems like the sky's the limit, and this is it. So
I got my big break.
Yeah, yes.
Monet moved to Los Angeles, and the group signed to Motown, but they were dropped before they could release an album. And you felt what when that deal did not work out?
Devastated. I felt devastated and really ashamed to tell everybody, you tell them good news and you gotta untell them. And so my mom, single mom, I'm her only child, she was like, Victoria, move back to Sacramento. And I just refused.
Because you always knew that you had a talent when it came to songwriting.
Yeah.
You said, okay, that didn't work out, but I know that I can write a song.
I can do this, yeah.
Monet's earliest Grammy nominations would come from writing songs for Ariana Grande and Chloe and Halle.
I want that jungle kind of love. Yeah.
In her own music, Monet explores a sound that she believes spans generations.
I always admired the music that my grandmother played, my grandpa played. It's always music from the 60s or 70s, and it's so musical. And so I know I want the generation where that music was their prime to appreciate it, but also my generation to find some of the lyrics fun and use them as captions. So I want to have that juxtaposition.
I like, how does it make you feel? There's a great line on there about, I'm the sand.
Just like the sand, I'll always be for sure.
Just like the sand, I'll always be for sure.
S-H-O-R-E or S-U-R-E? I
Both.
love the double entendre there.
Yes, thank you
Deliberate?
so much. Yes, yeah. When I think about those types of lyrics, I'm thinking like Jay-Z.
I'm a businessman.
Yeah.
Businessman.
Yeah.
I love that lyric too. You know, it's interesting talking to you because, you know, I've seen interviews with you, but your voice is so soft-spoken to me compared to your singing voice.
Yeah.
That it surprises me a bit.
That's one reason why I love Janet so much, is because I saw so much of myself. I was like, okay, so you can be this powerhouse, but you don't have to yell. You're still going to listen to what she says.
I just found a new love.
Thank you.
Monet got the opportunity to meet up with Janet Jackson backstage, who would come to see her on her latest tour.
Bye, baby.
She's been embraced by many R&B icons, including one of Janet's longtime producers. I reached out to Jimmy Jam on the way over here.
Ooh,
because
I
I love that he says, you have the kind of music that you hear in heaven. Music is divine art and your music is divinity. But this is what I like, he said to me. She's one of the people I point to when they say, there's no more good music. I say, listen to Victoria Monét. That's what Jimmy Jam said about you.
Wow.
That's the kind of music you hear in heaven.
Wow. That is so sweet, and I'm honored. I'm honored.
Monet's sultry sound took center stage in the music video for her 2020 single, Moment, co-starring her now partner and daughter Hazel Monet's father, John Gaines.
I got a feeling that you.
Much has been made about, in 2018, you said, you know, and oh, by the way, I like girls, because you describe yourself as bisexual, true?
Yes.
And you're very fine with that and very open about that.
Completely, yeah.
Do you think people understand that?
Not at all. No. So I get the question a lot. It's like, so since you're in a relationship with a man, do you still like girls? I'm like, yes. It's just like, if you're in a relationship with your girlfriend, do you still like girls? Yes. It doesn't take away the attraction to other people. It's a choice that you're in to, you know, to be faithful in that relationship.
With 7 nominations this year, at 34, Victoria Monét is believed to have made Grammy history with the most nominations of an openly queer Black woman artist in a single year.
It took so long. I mean, over half of my life to feel comfortable enough to say anything.
Say it. Yeah.
So I feel now is the time to stand my ground and be proud of what I am and who I am.
And Monet has a lot to be proud of. Her 2-year-old daughter, Hazel, who is about to turn 3, is now the youngest Grammy nominee ever. How old was she when you did Hollywood?
She was 4 months.
4 months old.
Yes. So I think they only count it based on when they're actually nominated, but the recording, she was only 4 months.
She was 4 months.
It was her first laughter. I happened to have my phone, and I was tickling her, and I noticed that she started to laugh, and I've never heard her laugh before. And so I pulled my phone out and started recording, and kept tickling her, and I'm trying to hold back my laughter to let the recording be clean. It was just amazing, so full circle.
Simple things, little things
Hazel, what kind do you want?
You could point to one of these.
in the machine.
You want
What
to
do you
grab the
say?
spoon? Do you like it?
The trees
You want to walk to the table?
and memories of when you used to be a kid on a swing.
Who's that little baby? Is that you? And Hazel is in great company on her Grammy-nominated song. How did the collaboration come about with Earth, Wind, and Fire?
I have an incredible manager. I told her, you know, Jaguar 1 and 2 were inspired a lot by Earth, Wind, and Fire. And I always wanted a feature with them, but I just thought it was so far-fetched. And Rochelle made that happen.
I have a great idea for the Hollywood video that we did. We're just gonna give it to you.
Hey, Victoria, a huge congratulations. We are over the moon and excited for you. Well deserved.
Oh my God.
We are so honored and blessed to have worked with you and for us to be on your wonderful project and for making us cool again. We love you.
No question. And of course, Hazel, you know you made it special for sure.
No, you and Hazel are quite a duo. It's
Thank
nice
you.
to see.
Thank you.
Isn't it interesting to have her here to go from that presentation where they said, look, all the things that could happen if you have a baby.
I love it
How
so
it could
much.
derail your career, yeah. Do you ever look at her and think back to that conversation?
I do. I think about how, you know, at times maybe someone thought that it might have been the worst decision for my career, but I think it's made me the best artist I've ever been. And I think the accolades that have come along with that show that on paper. Because the order in which the story unfolds is post-Hazel, life is up. So I'm really excited that this was the trajectory. You know?
Post-Hazel, life is up.
Life is up.